The Obama administration maintained today that the government is doing its part to bolster the recovery. The White House declared that the economic stimulus program had directly created or saved more than 640,000 jobs. But there is nuance behind those numbers. Jake Tapper's at the White House. Jake?
That's right, Charlie. Well, the White House is pulling out all the stops to argue that, in fact, the stimulus package has saved or created almost 1 million American jobs, but it's impossible to verify that claim.
California's San Joaquin Regional Rail Commission received $5 million in stimulus funds to expand the railroad.
With the influx of the stimulus money, we were allowed to move forward with the funding and the project itself so we could get going and keep jobs here in the county.
Railroad Commission staff originally reported to the White House that the stimulus money saved 250 jobs. Then, realizing they had mistakenly double credited, they later changed that to 125 jobs. Tuesday, they updated it again to 74 jobs. Part of the 329,000 jobs that the White House this afternoon reported have been, according to states and localities, directly saved or created by the $159 billion in funds for stimulus projects allocated as of the end of September. The White House today argued forcefully that those 640,000 jobs created additional jobs in the service sector, bringing the actual total to 1 million jobs saved or created since February. The White House today heralded the stimulus as the reason for recent economic growth.
The economic forecasters have attributed the vast bulk of this growth to the Economic Recovery Act, the much maligned and battered economic recovery.
But there are questions about how the White House is adding up these job numbers. There is no uniform set of standards as to what it means to save a job versus to create a job. No way to verify that someone would actually have been laid off without the stimulus money. Though Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger had this to say today about the 62,000 education jobs in his state he says were saved.
There's again people that said, well, we would have done something about that anyway. No, these teachers would have been gone if it wouldn't have been for the federal stimulus money. I just want to make sure you understand that.
The point of the Stimulus Act, Charlie, is obviously to create jobs, but at what cost? $160 billion divided by the administration's number, 1 million, that's $160,000 per job. But the administration calls that calculator abuse.